just check-in with Jessica at the Ginger Hotel, and we are up here in our room now. Take a look. It looks like a futon that we've got all of our stuff on, and a big entertainment area. And in here somewhere, she said there was a fridge. Nothing. Right there, there's a little fridge that we can use. We've got a king-size bed. Travis is hooking up to Wi-Fi. Have to get the AC on. And it's got a nice big bathroom. There's a jet pool, double sinks, and of course a nice big shower. Oh, and the shampoo and conditioner does not come in plastic bottles, so that's great. A little more eco-friendly. So that's our room. We'll be here for 3 nights. We just went to Infinity 2 diving and booked in our Cenote dives for tomorrow, and that is how a dive shop should be ran. It was so good. There was 2 young guys working in it, and they were super helpful. Got us all signed up and registered, ready to go tomorrow. We're doing 3 tanks in 3 different cenotes, starting at 8:30 in the morning. So we are very excited to be diving with Infinity 2 divers. So we were on our way to a restaurant that was recommended, but we found this little food truck place, and it is just too cute to walk by. It's the Tulum food trucks. It's got this little ice cream bar, and then a lot of food trucks all the way around. I think we're too early or too late for the pizza oven. But how cute is that? Oh my gosh, you guys, we've been in Tulum for like 2 hours, and we can already tell that this is our kind of place. We both really love it here. We love the feeling, the vibe. Like I said, we had a really good experience checking into our hotel. We just went and found just this little food truck place where they had a bunch of different food trucks, and we had a really nice late lunch. And just walking by, they have like similar shops and all the same things that were in Cozumel, but the people are not bothering you. They might say hi, or they might say, do you want to come in? But it's not as aggressive as it was in Cozumel, so this is definitely our kind of place. We are heading down to the beach area of Tulum. There's a couple of spots only on the beach where you can actually sit for free. All the other restaurants and hotels will charge you a fee to use their chairs, or they'll make you have like a minimum spend at their restaurant or something in order to be able to sit on the beach. But Poncho Villa is supposed to be one that will let you sit in front of their restaurant and with no charge, no expectations of you spending any money there. Where we had supper tonight, Los Hijos de la Tostada. It says that it's a seafood restaurant. There was quite a variety of cooked and raw fish. We kind of had a hard time picking what we would want. Travis ordered a taco, and I had coconut shrimp, which were actually really good. So it was good. Good morning. We're just having breakfast right now at our hotel. It's included with the price that we paid per night. And as soon as we are done, we are walking the 2 blocks over to the dive shop, and we will be heading out to dive the cenotes. Okay.
So we will begin the dive here around on this area. When we arrive to here, we can dive here under the mangrove. I will show you with my torch the area, and let's begin the dive under the mangrove, okay? So we will dive here around all this area. So here the line is about 30 meters, more or less, no? Here, no? And we will arrive, come back here to the open area, we will swim here, and at this area we can do surface, because sometimes we can see the crocodile here.
Yeah.
Let's see if we are lucky, okay? So let's do surface, for you can see how is this area, for we can see if we can find the crocodile. Its name is Panchito. So let's see if we can find Panchito, no? And then let's continue the dive here.
He's right by his sign. What's his name?
Panchito.
Panchito.
Yeah.
Finished our dive at Casa Cenote, and now we are at the Dos Ojos Parque, and we're going to go and do 2 more dives in Dos Ojos. Truck diving is maybe a little easier on us than boat diving. No seasickness.
So we have very nice visibility here, more clear than in Casa, because this one is completely fresh water. That's all, just enjoy, you will see, it's very interesting this place also. We have some stairs there, so up to you, if it's easy, you can sit down there with your feet. We will begin the dive here, we will check. So the place, Barbie line first, and then Bat Cave. We will begin here. This one is this platform. This one is the line that we have in the place, no? The physical line that we have in the place. It's a circuit around all this area. White areas are open areas. That means that in case that we have a problem, we can swim to here, depend where we are, for the surface. So we will continue, we will come back to here, to the same place. At this area, we have a big columns. You will see, but very, very big, very, very impressed columns. Maximum depth of the Barbie line 8 meters. Depend of the condition, if all is good, if we swim very, very slow, if we have enough air, we can dive the Barbie line around 45 meters. Okay? Second dive, we will begin here. This one is the physical line that we have in the place. In the Bat Cave, we used to say that the Bat Cave is more similar than diving in the cave because it's more dark and with more formation. Okay? The depth of the line change more, so also control the buoyancy sometimes could be a little difficult, but I think you will not have any problem. Okay? This line is a little more short, so depending on the condition, we can dive at the Bat Cave around 40 minutes, could be a little more, could be a little less, and the maximum depth of the Bat Cave is 10 meters. Okay?
What are you doing?
quesadillas with some salsa sauce.
You're messing with my sense of time, and you are always on my mind.
This one is a natural dome with a lot of nice and beautiful vegetation. If you see around the forest. And also we have some bats here. The majority of them are in an area. What you can see around all the area is a small pond.
Playing tricks with time. What are you doing to me? Hold on, what I give to make you mine. What are you doing to me? Wait a second, take it slow.
Finished diving both lines of Dos Ojos. We're just walking away from Infinity 2 divers again. We just spent
5 hours, no more than that.
like 7 hours,
7 hours with
I think Gisela. Sorry if I'm saying that wrong. She was such an amazing dive instructor. We did 3 cenote dives with her. We did Casa and we did 2 different ones at 2 different lines at Dos Ojos. So there's cenote dives are so interesting. Obviously our first ones. This really is one of the only places in the world that has cenotes. So they're very different than ocean dives and reef dives.
Like it's kind of, you're not caving, but you're caving. You know, it's super calming. Definitely, it's a slow dive. You're looking around. You know, it's really great.
The first 2 dives, I agree, I did feel really calm being under the water, and the water's so clear, you just feel like you're floating, like there's nothing even around you. But the 3rd dive, when we went to Bat Cave, and that one I did get a little bit scared. It was very dark, and there wasn't really any other divers around, and I don't know why, but that also made me feel a little freaked out. We came up in the Bat Cave and saw the bats, and then I don't know, I think I wasn't feeling well and I got a little scared and I had a little trouble with buoyancy going back down. So the end of the dive, it came pretty quickly, I think because I was having some troubles with buoyancy. But like I said, our dive master was amazing. She basically held on to me the whole last 10 or 15 minutes of the
15
dive.
minutes, just keeping everything together and calm. That's the whole point, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, it was really good experience. Like professional people, which is always really great when you're in the diving, because everything is important, obviously.
So I think that's probably it for us for diving for this trip, which is sad. It's always sad to know that you won't be under the water again. But we've talked lots with her today about maybe doing another course, like maybe our advanced
We'll be doing our advanced
course. So
for sure.
we might need another holiday where we're in the same place for a week or 2, so that we have enough time to learn and then also enjoy and have fun. So we are just walking back up to our hotel now. We got some snacks. We got chips. We got candies. We've got drinks. Look at these little gummy bears. Banditas.
Filipinos.
Jalapeno chips. Itty bitty bottle of Sprite. More candy. Gummy pops.
Try big sour Tudors.
Oh, Travis's favorite. We're sitting down here in the lobby of the hotel and we're going to enjoy a little snack. We're just wandering down a back street. It's just one street away from the main street in Tulum, and we came across Matcha Moma, which is super popular thanks to Instagram. It's got really cute signs and decorations, and apparently actually good smoothies and bowls and, well, things made with matcha. They've got matcha muffins and all kinds of stuff. So I'm going to show you how cute this place is. We've got the swings. I love Tulum so much. That's the big draw. You'll probably see that on my Instagram. How's your nutty monkey?
Great. Actually, really good.
Here's the intersection where we found Matcha Moma. I don't know if you can see that top sign. Anyways, here we go. Walking back towards the main street, I guess. We're back at the Food Trucks Tulum spot. We were walking to another pizza place that we saw last night, but it's closed because it's Sunday, and we were walking by here and we saw that the pizza van is open today, so we're going to try some pizza. Hello, lovely pizza. We got the Hawaiian because we thought the pineapple would be delicious. Got this little creation of goodness. A crate, peanut butter, and banana. Where are we heading today?
Coba.
We are going to see the Coba Ruins. It is definitely a must-do when you're in the Tulum area to explore some of the ancient ruins that are around. Of course, there are the Tulum ruins, which are right near the town of Tulum. We read a lot or heard a lot about them, and they kind of sound like the least exciting ruins. My favorite blogger, Alex in Wonderland, kind of made it sound like they aren't maybe the best, and then my cousin Chad and his husband were here during Christmas, and they also kind of said take it or leave it. So then there is the main attraction in this area of Mexico is Chichen Itza, and those are probably by far the best ruins around. But they are about 2 hours from Tulum, and you're supposed to get there like right at 8 o'clock before the tourist bus comes, and it gets crazy busy. And we just decided we didn't want to take up, and then also they take a lot longer to explore because they're so much bigger. So we decided we didn't want to take up our entire last full day with driving and exploring ruins. So that's why we decided to come to Coba. So Coba ruins are obviously not as popular as Chichen Itza. The one thing that's kind of cool about them is there's one pyramid that you are still allowed to climb, where all the other ruins in the area you cannot climb. So that's one kind of neat feature. It's also kind of more spread out, so we're going to try and rent some bikes and bike along the paths and check out the different areas of Coba. And yeah, that's kind of our plan so far. We're hoping to just spend a few hours there this morning and then head back to Tulum maybe for the afternoon. And
Catch some sun.
yeah, we didn't leave Tulum. What time is it? It's almost 9 already. We didn't want to miss our included breakfast at our hotel this morning, and it doesn't start until 8. So we have a little bit of a later start just because we wanted to enjoy our breakfast. But really, I read that as long as you're kind of at Coba by 11 in the morning, you'll beat most of the crowd. So I think we'll be good. So we just drove in through the gates over there. We paid 60 pesos for parking, which we kind of dropped the ball on because we could have just parked outside for free, but we found ourselves at the gate and were instantly handed a ticket for 60 pesos, so we paid for parking. Then we just walk over here. Here's the office where you can get a guide for the day, or we can just go and buy your entrance ticket. So we paid 80 pesos per person. Through the gates, you can see there's lots of bikes to rent. We're gonna go see what the price is, because I've seen anywhere from 50 pesos to 200 pesos a day. Or 60, it says on the sign. Travis is having a much harder time choosing a bike. I found the first one with the basket. It happens to be pink.
Okay, I found a good one.
Okay, here we go. I think they said 1 to 1.5 miles to the main pyramid that you can climb. So we're pretty happy to be on bikes rather than on foot. And we're making good time already.
Yeah, 9:39 a.m.
Oh, perfect. We've just passed a couple of people that look like they're maybe on their way back. So, but it's really not busy at all, I think.
Oh, super nice. Parking lot was empty. Great.
Yeah, no line up for tickets.
Easy to find the parking lot, by the way.
Yeah, very easy to find, and looks like it's going to be a lot of fun to explore. One of the only signs marking where things are within the park here. There we go. Definitely some people out already this morning, but not too bad. Alright, here we go. And here it's 120 steps. And they are steep. I counted 50 steps up so far. Just stopping to take a breath. No need to break a sweat. A little short of breath pace. Not too bad though. So far so good. We're just kind of sidestepping it down. It feels pretty safe. It's not as intimidating as I thought it would be. That was very cool, climbing up and down. Everyone's doing it, every age. Don't have any worries that you won't be able to do it. Here's another set of ruins. This one, you can walk all the way around and get a view. No climbing any of the other structures other than the big mound, which is the one we were just at. Oh. Another 2 minutes on the bike. Another ruin. These ones are super cool.
Okay. Is that at the end? We don't know how many stores these guys are.
We're going to turn our bikes back near the entrance, because to get to the Grupo Coba, which is the tallest ruin, you have to, you can't take your bike, but it's just here. And then there's supposed to be a crocodile-filled lagoon somewhere very near to here as well, which you also have to get to by foot. Who doesn't love a good tunnel? Let's go see if we can go through this one. Dark and sketchy. Oh, it is. Cool. Yep. Major decision just made. We just left Coba and we were trying to decide if it would be worthwhile for us to drive up to the town that I'm not sure how to pronounce, but I think it's Valladolid. And it's about 60 kilometers or 53 minutes according to the maps away from Tulum, farther. But it's supposed to be a super cool town, and they said like it's the capital of VWs, which obviously is our favorite, and some good restaurants, and just a really cool town to walk around and take pictures in. But we're just not sure, because it's our last full day, if it would be worth it for us to drive that long. And then it's kind of like if we drove that far, we could have just driven to Chichen Itza for the day. But instead we're just gonna head back to Tulum and enjoy a little bit more of that while we're here, and we will save Valladolid and Chichen Itza for our next trip. So in all of our excitement of deciding whether to go to Valladolid or not, completely forgot about all the cenotes that are up there by the Coba Ruins. So we're just about 8 kilometers out of Tulum, and we're stopping at this one cenote called Zakiel Ha. It's supposed to have zip lining and good for snorkeling and swimming, so we'll check it out. So apparently the price went up since the Lonely Planet guide was published last year. It's $100 pesos per person, but they let you come in and have a look around and decide whether you want to pay or not. So here is the cenote. There is nobody here. Okay. Just trying to look. You can obviously walk down any of the stairs, but there's a couple of spots where you can jump. Not that I'm opposed to just jumping in, but I would like to know just how cold the water might be before doing so. Oh, that's pretty chilly. No, that's alright. I mean, it is Mexico after all. Less than an hour, and look at how busy it's gotten. Here we go. We're inside the cave. It's really neat because you don't even really need your snorkel. You can just come right through those little holes. Driving by Grand Cenote. This is the entrance closer to Tulum than we were. It says in the guidebook that it's 180 pesos per person, so we decided to skip that one, but it's obviously supposed to be really beautiful as well, but a lot busier than the one we were just at. Here's a look at Avenida Tulum. This is the main road in Tulum, and you can just kind of get an idea of the hotels, hostels, restaurants. We just tried to go to one of the most reviewed little taco stands that's turned into an open restaurant, and we walked in and the waiter came over and said, "We're closed, no more meat." So I'm really sad about that, because honestly I've probably read about it 6 or 7 places, and it's in the Lonely Planet guide that it is the place to go in Tulum. So we'll have to maybe try and go there tomorrow before we head out. Burrito Amor also has really good reviews. Let's check it out. So we just stayed at Burrito Amor. That was probably the most expensive meal we've had of the trip. Do you think?
I would say so.
They included a 15% tip in the total price, and it was 501 pesos, which I'm pretty sure is the most we've spent on a meal. Down by the beach now, just driving through this little area. Lots of shops, restaurants. I guess these are all like boutique shops, aka super expensive. A lot more down here than what I expected. I didn't really know what it was going to be like, but paddleboarder out there. Playa is quite a little experience down here. There are really no places to park. So not only can you only go to the beach if you're going to pay a hotel or restaurant to be there, you also can't really park anywhere unless you are eating at a restaurant. So it's like 3 o'clock. We don't really have a need for a meal. There were a few free beach areas that the lady at our hotel pointed out to us, but it seems like there's nowhere to park at them, so I'm not too sure what you're supposed to do. We're just driving around right now. We paid $200 for parking and just kind of walked through the area of one of the hotels that was on the beach side and parked ourselves on our towels on the beach. We asked, and the guy said the beach club part was really only open until 5, and it was almost 4 o'clock, and he said you would still have to do the minimum spend of $40 US a person. So we're just lying on the beach, which is fine, except for I don't have my bathing suit on, and of course without paying there's really no access to any facilities, so there's no washroom or anything. So literally just lying on the beach in my clothes. Yeah, going to the beach in Tulum is not the easiest, and it's certainly not the cheapest. It is beautiful. It's really windy today, so we're also kind of getting peppered with sand. Just not exactly ideal, but it is our last day in paradise, so we're just making the most of it, soaking up the sunshine, and enjoying it while we can. So, fun travel moment. We were down at Tulum Playa, and we had found probably the original Matcha Moma that's down at the beach, the same as the one that's in town, but just a different location. We were just getting a smoothie, and I popped onto the Wi-Fi there and saw an email from WestJet saying that our flight has been changed. So we were supposed to depart Cancun tomorrow at 3 o'clock, and now the flight is not leaving until 11 p.m., which is when we were supposed to be getting back to Saskatoon, essentially. So there's no updates. I haven't seen any updates yet of like what time we would be leaving Calgary. So I'm assuming obviously it'll still be a connecting flight. So we just decided to come back to the hotel and skip the shopping. Go and look into that, maybe phone WestJet or figure out what tomorrow's going to look like. We spent a lot of time last night getting our flight situation figured out. They were going to offer us a flight. We were going to get into Calgary at like 3 in the morning, and then they were going to put us on the 8 a.m. flight back to Saskatoon. But Travis found a different flight.
Yeah, so actually they have partnered with Delta, so found a flight with Delta, pretty much the same timing as what our original plans were, which is great. So we'll be back in at 11 p.m. Saskatoon time.
Yeah, so we still leave Cancun at around 3, so that means we really only have an hour or so left this morning in Tulum, because we want to make sure we're back in good time to get the car back and everything. So for this morning we're just kind of wandering around and checking out more of Tulum that we haven't seen yet, because we know that there is so much more to explore. We got into Takira Horarios, even though it's only like 10:30 and we already had breakfast. We wanted to have some of their tacos and tostadas before we leave. How was your second breakfast?
It was excellent. Yeah, had tacos, pork tacos, 18 pesos a taco, 30 pesos a quesadilla. I had one quesadilla. It was great. Becky, what did you have?
I had a tostada, like a sandwich with the pork in it, and it was really good. But I had a bite of Travis's taco and my mouth is on fire now. Goodbye to Tulum. We're heading to the airport back in Cancun. We've got about an hour and a half drive until we're in Cancun, so this is pretty much it for us.
On the way.
Duster rental car. He's done really well for us. Just dropping it off, and then we'll get our shuttle to the airport. And that's that. We've got lots of time.